to our very first Music Monday. Woo! This is all very experimental. What? This is all very experimental. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play you some music, and afterwards we're gonna talk about the music, and we'll see how it goes. This is a set we've been doing for a long time. The first tune is from an opera, and the second tune is about an Irish rebellion. Spoiler alert: they lost. March tempo in a really long time.
A really long time.
I would like to point out that for a drummer, that set is really tricky because most pipe tunes you'll play a 4/4 set or a 3/4 set, but no.
Yeah, that's a 3/4 into a 4/4.
Came about only because when Kill Too Many Colors first started.
Kill Too Many Colors is our real world bagpipe band. You see us at Mardi Gras parades, that's who we're with.
But when we first started that, we had 3 pipers, and between us we knew 6 tunes, a 2/4 set, High Road to Gaelic and Brown Haired Maiden, a 4/4 set, which was Scotland Brave and Wings. Then we had 2 tunes left over, Green Hills, Wearin the Green. That's all the music we had when we marched our very first Mardi Gras season.
We were baby pipers and grandmas.
Yep.
We call it our green set, but interestingly, and we play it whenever we go by an Irish place. But interestingly enough, the first tune is not Irish.
It's not Irish. It was taken from. It was written in the 1830s during the Crimean War by a guy who heard a continental band play a tune, and he modified the tune a little bit, but the tune itself.
There's nothing to see here.
Tell them more about the tune, Jan.
Yeah.
The tune itself was taken from an Austrian tune, an Austrian folk tune. Green Hills of Tyrol. Tyrol is in Austria, so that's where the tune came from. It's an Austrian folk tune, basically.
The second tune, though, the Wearing of the Green, is actually an Irish tune. Behave You Two, and it's all you hear it sung by a lot of folk musicians as the Rising of the Moon. It's very simply the story of an Irish rebellion against the English, and like I said in the beginning, it did not go well. But rebellions against the English so rarely do.
They do, as the Scots can tell you.
Yeah,
they did it several times.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon to talk about Culloden.
We wrote the harmonies for that tune.
Yeah, so he wrote the harmonies for the first tune. I wrote the harmonies for the second tune.
It's surprisingly enough, because there's only 9 notes on a bagpipe chanter, the harmonies that I wrote, as I found out a decade or so later, very closely match what is actually written in books.
Yeah, like the standard seconds.
The standard seconds. Yeah, harmonies in bagpipe world are called seconds.
Yeah. Yep. So we wrote those. The seconds that we play actually are what we've been told make us a little bit different. from other bagpipe groups out there, because a lot of bagpipe groups that you see, they are more drum focused. You know, they'll have a piper and several drummers.
Tribal bagpiping.
Right, which is like really fun, but we understand that we're more bagpipe heavy and that we need to do something interesting, because otherwise, I mean, honestly, we get bored. So once I've been playing a tune for long enough, I just write harmonies for it, because I get bored otherwise.
It does mean we have to be, I say we, they have to be in tune.
It does make the tuning a lot harder, because not only do we have to be in tune with each other, we have to be in tune with ourselves. It's a weird thing. It's very complicated. Actually, right before filming this video, we took about 30 minutes to try and get the pipes in tune.
Just to get them going.
So
There was a bit of yelling. It was a frustrating experience. Yep, and I learned it from watching you.
I would also like to
chip off the old block.
like to point out too that this was almost just Jillian and I playing today, because Steve was making improvements on the house, and
as one does during a quarantine.
Yes, it's wonderful. But he took a chunk out of one of his bagpipe fingers.
That one.
They
The
don't
front
show
side,
them.
not the
Don't
back
show
side.
them.
No, put your finger down.
No. So yeah, it was almost just me, but since this was our first Music Monday video, he felt very strongly about being in it, and we felt pretty strongly about having him in it. So
even though
we
it
managed.
looks like it's about to start bleeding again.
Yeah,
oh,
don't bleed on
no.
the couch.
It's only been
Not bleed
24
on this
hours.
couch.
It's only been 24
So
hours.
anyway, if you can think of anything that you would like to hear,
Other than us just sitting here making fun of each other like we usually do.
yep, or questions
Y'all
you
are
may
such
have,
easy targets.
put them
Takes one to know one.
in the comments.
Yes, please tell us what you want from this.
Yes.
This is our solution to, we were running out of ideas on
No,
the
we
hand
weren't.
washing videos.
We could have come up with more.
We probably could have. It was all very improvisational. About 5 minutes before we'd film, we would just sit there and go, okay, what tune do we want to play? How are we going to be funny? And we'd pull something out. But this is apparently going to be just a lot of us talking.
Right. And this is us actually focusing on the music.
Yes.
Sometimes you'll see us do stuff we already know. Sometimes you'll see us working on new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we won't talk too much all the time. Sometimes we may even be live.
Yeah, but yeah, please, if you have ideas, if you have anything you want to hear, if you have anything you want us to talk about, I'm going to regret saying this, bagpipe related or not,
Oh.
please let us know, because we
brave.
are here for you guys at this point.
So,
I think that's about
that
it
wraps
for
it up.
today. Yeah.
Yep.
So thank you guys for tuning in, especially if you stuck through all of that to the end. And let us know what you want to hear, and we'll see you next week.
Royal
Monday.
Wave.
Yes.
Royal Wave.
And please keep washing your hands.
Yes.
It's important.
Speaking of which, I need to go wash my poor
Okay,
fingers.
I think that was actually not bad for our first one.
I think it's
You
pretty
know,
good.
it's